Hi there, Edwin Dela here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I teach and speak on business, branding, productivity, and growth mindset. If you are new here, kindly hit the subscribe button. Share this video with a friend. Let them see also. Let's grow together. Cheers. It doesn't matter what you do or where you work. We are constantly looking for ways to be more productive during the day. Drinking 10 cups of coffee can't even get you to your maximum productivity unless you follow a certain pattern or apply certain habits to your daily lifestyle to improve your productivity. In this video, I'm going to share with you 7 simple steps that you can follow on a daily basis to improve your productivity during the day. Let's get started with point number 1. All right, so let's get started with tip number 1. It's always advisable to start your day the night before. So let's say you've gone to work, you're back home and you're tired. Although that stress is there, but it would be advisable to start your day, the next day, during that night. So before you lay off to bed, just take a piece of paper or a notebook and list the activities you want to do the next day, starting from the immediate moment you wake up. So list the top priorities of the day on that list. Let's say about 5 or 4 of them during that morning that you'll be doing, and the rest of them will follow accordingly when you wake up in the morning. In this way, it takes the stress off you for the next morning and helps you sleep in a very relaxed way, knowing exactly what you're going to do when you wake up the next morning. All right, so to tip number 2, have a morning routine that you normally do on a daily basis. It could be praying, it could be meditating, it could be exercising, it could be reading a book, it could be doing some fun activity that you can enjoy alone in your morning routine. So once you wake up, that'll be the first thing that you do before you even get the day started, before you even start doing anything at all. Have a morning routine that helps you relax, that helps you calm down. If it's connecting with your maker, you should do that. If it's reading a book, you should do that. If it's listening to a particular music, let's say some gospel music or some upbeat music that keeps you motivated or keeps you active or activates you during the morning, you should do that and constantly do that to get your body used to that kind of energy. So once you wake up in the morning, your body is already in the mood to accept that positive energy that you'll be creating for yourself, and it will also carry you during the day. To tip number 3, which is one of my favorite things I like doing on a daily basis, which is daily affirmations. What do you tell yourself on a regular? What do you tell yourself every morning before you even step out of bed, before you even go out to even take the first activity of the day? What do you tell yourself? When you wake up, one of the basic activities you could do to benefit your brain and yourself and your inner self is to tell yourself positive things, to declare short but powerful statements to yourself. I'll be sharing some of them in the description section that you could copy and paste. Probably you can print it out and have it in your room, that every morning when you wake up, you can just read them to yourself and affirm to yourself that you are that positive person, you are that positive energy flowing out of yourself to other people as well. You're going to infect other people with a positive energy that you're carrying with yourself. So wake up right now, stand up right now, wherever you are. I don't know when you're watching this video, but just tell yourself something positive and see how you would accept it and see how your brain processes that information. You should give it a try now. All right, so the next tip is that you should avoid touching your phone once you wake up. We normally find ourselves in this loop where once you come out of bed, the first thing you want to do is to take your phone and check your emails, maybe probably go on WhatsApp, check on your statuses, probably put a motivation or something there, which most people are fond of doing, but even the motivations they put over there don't even apply to themselves on a daily basis. So find a way or try and cultivate the habit where you wake up without touching your phone as the first point of contact. So you should find a way to hide your phone probably, because the disadvantage here is that social media has created that space where you wake up, you jump on it, and then the next minute you start feeling all this negative energy coming from someone. Probably someone writes a comment which is not in agreement with you, or someone just comments something bad on something that you have posted, which also creates that kind of downwards energy or negative energy in you as first point of contact once you wake up. So find a way to distract yourself from touching your phone once you wake up. And in as much as we all want to check up on friends and all our loved ones and all that, let's find a way to get yourself in that positive or great energy to be able to distribute some to the next person you're going to be talking to or the first person you're going to get in contact with. Because if you are in that positive energy, if you are flowing that positive energy, it's easy for you to spread that happiness across. But if you wake up and you have that negative energy from social media, from reading a comment or seeing some bad news online, it spoils your mood for the day and gives you that downwards energy, which normally affects people around you negatively. So the next tip here was that you should find a way to avoid that distraction of touching your phone as the first point of contact when you wake up. So on tip number 5, one thing I really like doing is using sticky notes. I think you can see some up here in the video over here. I'm really fond of it. I really like using them. They help me get organized quickly. They help me distribute tasks easily. They help me rearrange tasks easily. And they help you set simple reminders that you can easily take a glance on and then remember you're supposed to do something or you missed something somewhere. And then sometimes also it gives you that space where you could easily jot down something that comes in mind quickly without necessarily going to your notebook, writing it down and then getting it mixed up with other content or other informations you have in there. One interesting fact I would like to share with you here is that I did a little research about top businessmen in the world, globally and all that. And I realized that Richard Branson was once seen and severally seen with a notepad that he has sticky notes in them with different thoughts that comes in mind. He puts them in colors and notes and various sections as well based on the kind of thought that comes in mind at the moment, and he doesn't want to forget or go back to his phone and now going to have that distraction where probably he's just there to put a reminder on his phone but ends up doing something else. So in an interview, he was asked why he liked doing it. He said sometimes business ideas come randomly. Sometimes some thoughts may just run through your head that you don't want that distraction of picking up your phone to put the information that you just got in there, to have distractions here and there. And also the downside is that technology has evolved. So people are now evolving beyond writing on pen and paper, which I really like doing still. There's no downside to that, or there's no disadvantage to that. You can still use your pen and paper. In as much as you want to stay productive, you can as well have phone reminders or phone sticky notes that you could easily put in information in there that anytime you need it, you can go back for it, or you can go back in there and then find it and then pick that information that you place in there. So you can try a couple of them. A lot of mobile apps that you can easily download that gives you access to create various sticky notes. I think every phone now has a basic one, but there are advanced ones which has more features that you could use to maybe schedule notifications, schedule a post reminder for a particular information you put in there and all that. I'll be leaving some links in the description for some that you can easily download and then try on your phone as well. So do well to apply sticky notes strategy into your day-to-day activities. You can easily use them to gather information or distribute information or set reminders or even put down some business idea that comes in mind randomly. All right, let's go to the next one. On tip number 6, we'll be discussing how to focus your attention on a single content or a single activity at a time. It's said that multitasking is quite efficient and all that. I personally do multitask sometimes, but I realized over years that it's not really effective as compared to focusing all your energy on one particular activity to see to the end before you pick up the next one. Reason being, multitasking is a nice way of trying to accomplish multiple things at the same time, or bringing multiple activities to a conclusion before you jump onto the next one. But the advantage of having a single activity in hand at a point in time is that you focus all your energy, you get every detail right, you get every information in the accurate, and you don't end up making mistakes. But doing multitasking drains your energy. That means you have split attention on both things that you're handling, or even 3 things that you're handling at the same time, which normally drains you mentally, because once you make a mistake at one end, you find it difficult trying to carry that positive energy that you've been having when you started, because now it becomes a daunting task of now correcting all those mistakes you made at point A or activity A and activity B, which is really not productive in a way. So rather, what I would advise you to do is to pick one activity, find time for it, or pick one activity and say, this is my main activity for this set of time, set a duration to it, probably in the next 2 hours, in the next 3 hours, I want to finish this particular task. Focus all your energy on it and finish that particular and move on to the next one. That way, it helps you find time to finish every activity to a successful end, and as well reduce errors and all that you'll be facing in between. That's it for tip number 6. Let's go to tip number 7. Okay, on tip number 7, we are talking about how to be intentional and how to prioritize your activities for the day. Now, there's this misconception where people say to do the easy activities first helps you to be able to do the difficult one. It's quite the opposite way, rather. In a book written by Brian Tracy, Eat That Frog, he stated that in order for you to be able to be more productive, you have to do the difficult tasks first, which is quite true. If let's say you have 10 sets of activities to do for the day and 6 of them are quite difficult and you want to do them later in the day, you end up finding yourself burnt out or feeling lazy to actually capture those 6 or do those 6 activities that you have to do. But rather, if you start off your day by doing the 6 activities first, which now takes that burden off you, now you have 4 easy tasks that you can easily do at the snap of a finger. So it's always required that you should set your priorities straight and also be intentional about them. So you can actually mix them up to, help you to, not get bent out or, grow weary during the day where you have these migraines and all that, doing the difficult tasks. So rather, you could, let's say you have a set of 10 activities you have to do for the day. You could put one difficult one in front or first on the list. The next one should be something that you can do simply that wouldn't stress you out plenty. The next one can be another difficult task, and then the following one can be an easier one. This way you're managing your stress level so that you don't end up being overstressed during the day and also getting burnt out. So be intentional about how you prioritize the activity on your day-to-day list of things. Okay, on top of it all is my bonus tip for you. Celebrate your little victories. To every accomplished success, celebrate yourself. Take a little break, breathe in, take a walk around, just stretch yourself a little bit, breathe in fresh air. In fact, just take a walk outside your working environment or your working decks and then just have some fresh air. It helps your body rejuvenate, it helps your brain restructure in terms of releasing the right fluids for you to be creative enough to be able to do what you're doing and to excel more when you come back to your deck. So anytime you accomplish a particular goal for the day, just celebrate that little victories. It motivates you naturally and indirectly for you to be able to continue the day's work without stressing or fussing about it. So these are my 7 tips with a bonus tip, including making it 8, are my productive tips for you to help you in your day-to-day activities to be more successful and more productive, to be able to produce more results. Alright, so that's it for today. I'm glad you're able to make it to the end of the video. Do subscribe and share this video with friends as well. Leave a comment down there. Let me know which one interact or react with you most and what you've been doing so far to keep yourself more productive during the day and even during your stress hours. See you in the next one. Cheers.